pretty tough one here to craft, and I'm going to review it a little bit differently. It's really going to depend on how you play and how you want it to perform, and try to find out what really works best for you, and we're keeping double special and other things in mind when we do that. Acasia's Dejection is the Raid Solar Trace. I have it fully crafted, and trace rifles themselves are getting some changes. You have to take that into account as well. And one thing that needs to be talked about, like as our inventory just fills and fills with more and more weapons, it's becoming harder and harder to justify keeping or going for rolls, because you might have something that is going to be better for you. This thing's craftable along with the 60 plus other craftable weapons. There's also another solar trace, retraced path. I think Acacia's is better than that, but it's something to keep in mind. And of course, you don't have to raid to get retraced path. It's obtained from the second, third, or final encounter as a random drop. It also can come from the 2 secret chests, and a red border can fall. Once you have 5, you can craft it. And when crafting it, in a recent This Week at Bungie, they're adding another balance pass to them. 2 for PvP, 1 overall. They increase the base damage by 4%, so base damage goes from 12 to 12.5. And they reduce the precision hit multiplier slightly, so it's going to be 16.8. Those numbers, I think, should be flipped. But overall, they increase the effectiveness of stability at reducing flinch by 10%. At 100, and it scales down at lower values. So remember, at 100 stability, that's also going to go along with the buff it got not too long ago. When they increase the effect the stability stat has on recoil reduction, at the low end by around 10%, at the high end around 25%. 100 is the high end, that's what they mean. So at 100 stability, it makes it even more of a laser beam, 25% more stable than it was. And its base anti-flinch at 100 stability is getting combined with a 10% on top. So now a trace rifle at 100 stability is reducing flinch by 24%. Big deal. All the signs point to you going to 100 stability. M&K or controller doesn't matter. The feel and performance is going to be peak when you do that, and this thing has no problems getting there, because stat-wise, it is statistically the best. As far as legendaries, tied for the most range, it has the best stability, reload, handling, AE, even has the highest and best magazine. All of it's best in class. The 80 base stability, easy getting it to 100. So I want to start on the left side of the weapon. Like I crafted stability masterwork, poly, enhanced battery. So this means I'm getting the most ammo it can get. Backup mag can't even take it further than this. That means I can use a minor spec on it. And the setup 71 range, 100 stability, 104 in the mag. Perfect. And as I go through the third and fourth column perks, then combinations, talk about all of it, you might just get an adept roll if you're doing the master raids. And it's going to be even better because you can choose the barrel and mag on those, or in this case, barrel and battery, and you can enhance later on with the adept mods. And there might be a case where you craft something and then you get something completely different but still good that's adept. You'll probably keep them both. But in that third column, we have field prep. Like, it actually doesn't give you that much more. Like, you get a faster reload while crouched, but on this thing, it has, I think, better options. Hipfire for PvP. This thing has 100 stability, or at least you should be crafting with 100. It's going to be a pick there. Perpetual motion for PvP. It would be for reload and handling. I think you get better mileage elsewhere, such as keep away. Like, I think that this is the top PvP perk. You get more reload range and accuracy when further than 15 meters from your target, so 15 meters and out. Top shelf for the Crucible. And the next three, we need to group them together because this is going to be your main PvE option. And all of these are good. And what you pick is really just going to be tied to how you play, how you want it to perform. Because we have Envious Assassin. Let's say you're running a machine gun or double special with the new Rage Shotgun. You're getting kills. This is going to be the biggest mag jump, 150% more. So it's more than reconstruction, more than rewind rounds. It's all about getting kills with other things and then switching to this trace. Now, for me, that's not what I'm looking for, but certain builds, certain playstyles, certain combinations of the weapons that you're using can make this really, really good. Reconstruction, every 3.5 or so seconds, it's slowly going to overflow the mag from reserves, doubling in size. It's nice for a couple reasons. Like all the running around you do from activity to activity, by the time you get to your next stage of whatever you're doing, it's going to be overflowed. And the second, as you're firing it, it's still slowly reloading. And third, since it does slowly reload, you could shoot the trace. This thing has some good fourth column perks. Go back to another weapon. It's just going to reload in the background. It's going to end up to where you rarely have to reload it. And that's going to bring us to rewind rounds. With the battery, 104 in the magazine. When the mag is empty, it's going to refill from reserve based on hits. And with this, it remembers. You can get some hits, some downs, stow it, bring it out later whenever you want, And eventually, when you get to the end of the magazine, it's going to remember how many hits that you had. And if you land all the hits, it's going to give about 60% of the mag back. So around 55 to 60 total rounds. Then you're going to shoot those. It's going to be about half of that. It's just kind of extending the magazine based on hits. We're going to come back to this. On the fourth column, Frenzy. The second trace to have this, the other, is the other solar trace rifle retraced path. So it's not a bad pick. We have Harmony. Get kills with other weapons, switch to this. 20% more damage for 7 seconds, plus 15 handling. So like right off the bat, you have the Super Harmony roll with Envious Assassin Harmony. Again, maybe you're using a machine gun. You could switch to this thing with 250 rounds, and for the full 7 seconds, you will deal 20% more damage. Like if you get it as a random roll, keep it. Why not? Try it out. High impact reserves, interesting, especially with something like rewind rounds. Like it's got a low scaler. It gets up to 25% more damage at the end of that magazine. So rewind rounds is the pairing. I think that there's better options. We have target lock. Like I don't know personally. This is going to be up to you. And with target lock nowadays, you think immortal. It's a good perk. And they fixed over 750 RPM, which this is. You're gonna have to actually land your shots to get the damage bonuses. And this is gonna be good for a lot of you. You just hammer down the target. It ramps up damage, the max stack, which it can do because of all the ammo options like Envious, Reconstruction, Rewind. It's 40% more, Enhanced is 45%, but I'm really hesitant. Like it's good, but I'm not sure it's a substitute for like DPS on orange bars or bosses. Like it can be for sure, like in a last case scenario for me, that's when I would do it. But like my issue is going to lie with, we have some really good specials in place of this for damage. And not to mention, like we do have primaries versus red and orange bars, 25% more on autos, 20% more on others, and it goes down the line. And that's going to be stacked on top of the exotics getting 40% to red bars. They're just going to mow through things and still do pretty good against those majors. Like I want to see how it plans out before I commit to something like target lock. I went another route, but it's not a bad pick. Paracausal Affinity. I believe this is going to be your top PvP selection, but in PvE, it's awesome there too. It's more than Frenzy, more than Vorpal. You just need a kill. It procs with whatever subclass that you're on, light or dark, with ability kills, but it's self-procking. You just get a kill with it, 20% more damage. With Triple Surge, 47% more. It pairs with the raid weapons. Vorpal, I would stay away. Incandescent, yet another incandescent weapon, and of course, it's a top pick, especially Enhanced. And Enhanced is one of the best uses of your materials for an enhanced perk. Longer lasting Scorch, works with the solar sub. But what I like most about this trace rifle is that whatever you pick, the main combinations are on autopilot. Like if you go target lock Reconstruction, you don't do anything. You just paint a target down. It's reloading in the background. When it's time to shoot, you hold down the trigger, start painting yellow numbers, damage goes up, it's over. You want Frenzy with one of these mag options, just play 15% more damage. You want sustained damage, just stay on the target. Rewind rounds is going to get that ammo back. Same deal with Incandescent. You shoot one thing, it spreads everywhere. I ended up crafting Rewind rounds Enhanced Incandescent. Same deal, autopilot, point and go. Because the deal with this combination, it's the only one to have it, first of all, which is really cool. As you down an enemy, it spreads Scorch to the surrounding enemies. Well, all those Scorch ticks count as hits for Rewind rounds. So, as an example, like right here, I down one ad, all those Scorch ticks, I look to the side, spin the magazine, and then 61 is coming right back in, just by downing one enemy. And again, you could stow it, use other weapons, it remembers. So even though it's not regenerating slowly like Reconstruction or a high magazine like Envious, what it is doing is easy ad clear. Shoot it into a group, down an enemy, spread Scorch, that's it. You can stow it if you want. Like I said, it remembers. It's got a lot of longevity. And sometimes, and I got a good clip of it, mag starts at 104. I got it to 61, it refilled. The next time it refilled, it went back to 58. I don't know why it does this, but it does it because of the Scorch stacks. I don't know. That's even better. Most of the time, it's going to go like 104, 61, and then 30, and get to like 180 or so, which isn't bad. That's almost doubling the mag, and you're going to have to reload. No big deal. Every now and again, though, like it'll double up. You'll do 104, it'll throw in 60, it'll throw in 50, which is basically doubling the mag, and then it will do it one more time. It purely revolves around what you want it to do. And something like this, very different from a target lock or Paracausal. They all do different things. And in PvE, revolves around that ammo perk. So again, the pairings with target lock. Do you want to keep hammering the target down, getting ammo back? That's Rewind. If you want to have a big magazine, Reconstruction or Envious. Only you know that. You're going to judge what weapons you have. They can do similar things if it's worth to craft. Now, a trace with incandescent is amazing. That's why I went that route. And it works so well with rewind. And when you think about things like target lock, like, yeah, sure, 45% is more than 40, but like if you get just a random roll that's reconstruction target lock, does it necessarily need to be enhanced? Like, it's still going to be good. On your journey with all these red borders, you've gotten some rolls. So some of them you might just keep and craft something with enhanced perks that have a lot of use. As far as the Crucible, I think the clear winner is keep away Paracausal. Target lock doesn't work in the Crucible on this weapon. You've actually seen a lot of target lock gameplay in this. You didn't see the damage go up because the required amount of the magazine to even proc isn't there. It kills too fast. So that's out. High impact reserves, not so much. Maybe Harmony. But Paracausal, the 20% more damage, more than Rampage, more than Golden Tricorn times 1. Not as much as Kill Clip, but you don't have to reload. Gets the damage to 21 per crit, melting. And again, keep away, since you have 100 stability, you're getting the range up and getting accuracy with that high stability, high aim assist. The new numbers with Paracausal will be 15 to the body, 20.16 to the crit, that's a 0.54 TTK. And in all, your main perk combinations on this thing require you to make that choice. I can't make that for you. Do you want single target lock damage? Do you want to run around with a damage perk like Paracausal? Do you want ad clear like incandescent? Do you just want to point and shoot? Reconstruction Frenzy. There's a ton of good options, no wrong options. And for me personally, it was a tough choice getting to rewind incandescent because target lock looks really good. But I don't think I'm going to use it that way as much as I think I would. Whereas incandescent, I know I would use all the time. And double special works too. This is a good one. One of the better traces in the game. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about Acacia's Dejection down below. What roles do you like? Tell us about it. And how does it stack up against other legendary traces in the game? Thank you for watching. And until the next one, I am CoolGuy.